to another episode here of the Sky Realm with Homie and the Dude. I'm Bodhi, you're an exceptional Dungeon Master, and I'm joined by our exceptional cast of players today. Super stoked. And I'm going to just give a couple quick shout-outs before I get into a little bit of a recap over here. Quick couple of shout-outs. One, shout out to our editing team of Becky and Ben, you badasses. Shout out to Victor, Josh, and Alex, the art team. Without their art, I guess we would just be us. So thank you for that, guys. Thank you for elevating this to a whole new level. Shout out to Underground Oracle Publishing, who are our official sponsors for this series. If you enjoy watching what Blake is doing with his character and seeing the spells and the content that Blake is using to play the game, that has all been created by Underground Oracle Publishing, other than the incredible concept, obviously, that is all formulated from Blake's beautiful mind. But if you enjoy any of that stuff, please go check out UO Publishing. They are an incredible third-party supplement creator for Dungeons & Dragons, so check them out. Otherwise, last episode, our players, after the betrayal of a close friend, Rom, made their way through Midtown after disposing of some bodies of some killed Siphoner guards. They made their way through Midtown to find out that they are not only wanted for something that happened earlier in the day, but also now with this new thing behind them, it basically put a sense of urgency on the party that hadn't been there for a little bit of time. And so the party made their way back to Ulfer's house before getting into Ulfer's and explaining what had happened. The group went down into the secret basement of Ulfer's house, the Water Runner's hideout. From there, you guys shared some private bits of information about each other that could be used against one another. Just in case any other betrayals happened, you had something to hold against anyone else that may betray the group. So from there, you guys went upstairs for what the group is calling the first dinner, where they all sat down together as Water Runners for the first time, had a lovely meal together before planning to head out for the evening after a really stressful couple of days, and particularly stressful 10 hours since arriving, at the People's Republic and dealing with all of that. The players were looking to head out to a party that they'd been invited to in Uptown. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little time jump to start off this episode, this session. So we're going to say you guys have finished having dinner. You guys have gotten yourselves ready and made your way into Uptown, and we'll begin with you guys in Uptown. But what I first want to do is just go around the group and you guys kind of describe if you have changed what you're wearing for a party. What is everyone kind of decked out in? Are people still carrying, I assume, based on D&D, you're not carrying your packs with your rations in your tinder box and all this kind of stuff. So I just wanted to go around and get an idea of what everyone's wearing and what everyone's kind of carrying as you go into this party. So we'll start with Blanco. What's Blanco looking like, and what kind of hairdo or whatever is fur do has Blanco got going on for tonight's festivities?
Blanco went to the fireplace and got some coal, some soot, and put it into his fur because he doesn't want to be recognised from the picture that was out there. So instead of being a white dog, he's now sort of a grey-black dog. But just to finish off the look, because he's feeling a bit gothic, he's gone a bit like spiky black down here, long,
amazing,
doing a whole thing, and circled his eyes. He's sort of wanting to do the whole sort of
gothic
kind of.
What type of garms are you wearing? Your standard armor tunic kind of getup, or are you wearing something a little bit different for tonight's festivities? What are you carrying on you? Any weapons, anything like that?
I always carry like short, sort of like just my little short sword kind of thing with me that always goes with me, but it is concealed because I have now got on black trousers, like black, because Olfa said we could wear all his black stuff. So I've just got black trousers on and just furry top, hairy chest.
Oh wow! Okay, okay, just leaving it bare.
Rocking the hair.
That's awesome.
And arms and neck.
Cool. Gio, what were you looking like as you head out tonight on tonight's festivities?
Gio was upstairs looking in the mirror and just kind of assessing his physical looks, and decides to take off the yellow scarf, the yellow Boy Scout scarf, and sort of tuck it away. Takes the deer stalker hat off and looks at it, and says, "Not tonight, Uncle Ace," and puts that away, and looks at his backpack, and there's a bunch of important stuff in his backpack, and he decides he's going to put that down as well, and he's trying to figure out how he can be less conspicuous, and he knows that he can't take off his glasses because he won't be able to see, so he is a little bit uncertain on how he can change things. What he does decide to do, as a small gesture, is take off one of his 2 watches, so that if he is identified, then he can feign that he only has 1 watch. The 2 that have been described in the identification.
Amazing.
He's got his same sandals. There's not much he can do. Gio is Gio.
Amazing. I love it. What about you, Amber? What's Evis rocking for tonight's festivities?
Evis is definitely going to opt for the more everything that is possible to wear and find to cover up like their leg and arm tattoos, especially with like the new like shoulder scar too. That's gonna be a problem to conceal. So if there is like any, God, now I'm inspired by Blanco's like gothic attire. All I'm seeing is like, remember in just the way Neo dresses in the Matrix with like the long black everything and just the boot, like I think
he does those black boots too, right? Because remember he Oliver said something about those black boots that you got, I think too, right?
Yeah, that's the other point of inspiration is the fucking gothic club boots. I think would be just so off base from what Evis usually wears. What they're usually about is like, all right, yeah, villain era, let's go. So they would actually not say villain era, but in my mind, it's villain era. But yeah, and then Evis is gonna also be like, oh, that, you know, take more reference from Blanco and loves the hair piece with the ash. And so still their hair is long and braided, but instead of letting it, you know, keep in like that mohawk braid that they usually have, they're gonna let it free. Ooh. And then let the, you know, dye, you know, use the ash to like color it temporarily to like that nice like cool charcoal gray color.
Amazing. It's almost like pastel goth. Yeah. We're like pastel goth kind of area. Yeah. I love it. I love it. Amazing. What about Toad? What have you got? What have you got, Blake?
So Toad, he's keeping his skin because, like, you know, he's just a toad. So, but what he is going to do is and so with precipitation, he has 2 studs on his wings. So, and if he had time, he would stop by, but just probably not wakes your horniness, because what she'll do for him sometimes get like this metallic kind of paint coloring for his like back spines to kind of make him shine, but he's probably asleep. So what he's gonna do is just kind of use precipitation to make his chain, which has his harmonica on. It's gonna add like a sparkle to that, and also add like a sparkle to his the studs that are on his wingtips.
Nice.
And so you're gonna see like when he goes, we're gonna see like a nice sparkle of like of just gold from his chain, and also the studs on him. So beautiful. Yeah, it's looking clean.
Looking reflective.
Yeah.
Amazing. And I'm not talking about introspective reflective. I'm talking about reflective light. Reflective. And finally, and in no way least, R&R. What's the big dog rocking as we head towards this party?
Big dog, woof woof. R&R is gonna honestly leave his maul because you can't hide something that large.
Nice.
But he's been practicing hitting things with his fists, so he's all right with
Yeah.
kicking ass. But he is what do I want R&R to be decked out in? I'm thinking R&R is going to be going as his persona as the Maul, which obviously doesn't carry the Maul. So he's not wearing a shirt, and he has his hands wrapped. He's got the gold chain on his neck, but everything else is about the same.
Amazing. Absolutely.
That gold chain blade is right there, so you know.
Gold chain, yeah.
Exactly. Good shit. Okay, so the party is looking bedazzled. By the way, Ulfer is wearing a pair of like Italian like loafers. But then he also has like a pair of like pinstripe trousers on, a like pinstripe waistcoat, and he's got like an ascot with like a nice like pleated white shirt that he's wearing with like puffy sleeves. And he is just like a completely different vibe to the rest of you. Like he's on some weird other vibe that is not what everyone else is in the party is kind of is going with. He's also taken, and he's told you as you guys are walking that it's not for actual use, but he's got a little monocle, like a little chain monocle that he's got attached. It's not practical. It's just it's a fashion piece. And so as you guys have made your way through Midtown and kind of skulked around, can you all please make a stealth check for me as you guys make your way to the location of the party?
23.
23? God damn, son. 50.
20.
Dirty 20. Damn. Blanco?
15.
Gia?
14.
Damn, guys, get below a 10. Bloody hell. You guys managed to sneakily get your way through some of the back streets. Ulfer leads you through some nice back streets and leads you to Bedmouth Street, which I believe is, it was Bournemouth Street, my apologies, where the party was happening. As you guys kind of arrive to this empty street of Uptown, it's a nice wide road. The road is like tarmacked in the middle, pavement really smooth either side. You've got these gorgeous like pastel color houses either side of you, pinks and yellows and whites, and just like a bit of beauty. Each one has like a little garden out the front with green growing, which is pretty rare. And as you guys are kind of looking around, you can't really see anything that's like indicative of party vibes on this road whatsoever. However, then at that very moment, you see a manhole cover in the center of the road shift and move, and you see two people climb out, and one of them has like a neon colored like a necklace that is like almost like neon in color, but it's like flames that are active. That's like kind of around their neck, and it's a dragonborn woman, and she's got like studded bracelets, like big high like fin in the center of her head, and then following her is like a dwarven gentleman. He's got this like gray beard. He's wearing these like goggles basically. He's got an apron on the front of him, and he's also got like these like runic clasps around different parts of his beard. He's got these like weird like glowing runic clasps. You can see as well that he's a bulky fellow for a dwarf. Like as far as dwarfs go, like this guy could easily be on TRT. Like this is a big boy. He's got some muscles. And as they kind of come out, the girl turns and goes, "Oh, Ulrich, what a killer night that was. I'm so sorry I had to leave early, but I've got some shit to do tomorrow. So uncool of me, but thanks for coming." And Ulrich's, this dwarf that seems to be called Ulrich, kind of looks and goes, "Not a problem. It's been great spending time with you as well. I hope you have a phenomenal evening yourself." And reaches out, he's like, does a little fist bump, is like, I'll catch you down at the factory on Tuesday, if that's all good with you. And the lady's like, "Yeah, of course, no problem. Catch you then," and kind of backs up, and they actually like kind of like dance away from each other. And he kind of turns and sees you guys and looks for a second and is like, "Hello there," and just kind of puts his hands behind his back and goes to walk past you guys.
And I just see. I recognize him. If he is Ulrich Emberheart, is he part of the Emberheart family from the dwarves that I know from Brynwell?
Are you asking him that?
Yeah, I'm not. I know because I don't want to be known. But does he recognize me? And can I?
He doesn't seem to. He just seems to be going about his merry way, just walking past you guys.
Okay, can I roll to see if I recognize him?
Of course.
I'm not going to ask him.
Of course, you can make a history check. Go for it.
-1. 7.
With a 7, you've heard of an Ulrich. You've heard that there is a legend smith, higher than a master smith, called Ulrich Emberheart. Is this the guy? You don't know. You've never seen any photos of Ulrich. You don't know the gentleman. And he continues on past you guys, and down the road as he goes past, he kind of nods and is like, "Oh, evening," and kind of just continues past you guys. From the manhole cover, you can see that they actually left a jar. You can see like flashing lights, like some strobing, like different colored lights coming from down there, and you can hear some kind of music coming from down there. And you guys are left quiet on a quiet road.
I would say to him, like, go get her. I'd be like, kind of give him like a wink, like, come on, like. You didn't want to see her before Tuesday, so kind of give him a wink and just like pat him on the back. So like, come on, you want to go talk to her.
Yeah, I'm gonna make an insight check for Ulrich quickly. That's a 7. You wink at him and he kind of looks at you for a second, like confused, gives you like the what? And kind of like looks away from you, Toad, and like kind of goes in the opposite direction from you, and is like no, and it just kind of goes in the opposite direction.
It's fine. Like I said, I was trying to encourage him to go after, but that's fine.
You guys are just left on an empty road with this manhole cover slightly ajar.
Should we check it out?
Well, we were told it was 10 Bedmouth. Is this 10 Bedmouth Avenue down the manhole cover? Can anyone see it? There's 12, so...
I think that might be it.
I'm pretty sure we just saw people come out dancing like that. I mean,
yeah.
I don't think that's normally for a regular sewer, so I believe this is.
Yes.
And if there's anywhere to hold an underground party, it might as well be underground.
Wolf was like, "Ha! Good one, Evis," and gives Evis like a gentle little like fist bump to the shoulder, and is like, "Ha!" And as you guys make your way over,
is he looking nervous? How is he looking?
Yeah.
Wolfer's sweating a little bit. There's definitely a little bit of sweat coming down his brow. You're not sure whether it's from the walk over here or nerves from your passive insights, but he's definitely looking a little bit sweaty. As you guys make your way over to the manhole cover and lift it, yes, go for it.
Did anything happen to you? Like touched Evis on this?
No, Evis is covered. Evis said that they're currently covered, so
yeah,
it's a close touch. We all good. We all good. And as you guys make your way over and you move the manhole cover and you guys begin making your way down. I'll let you know what you guys
downtown in the sewer.
That is exactly.
No.
And I need you.
It smells like.
Right.
And we'll party. And we'll party, kids.
So, as you guys make your way down, you can hear this music kind of rippling around, coming from like many different areas, and you're climbing down this ladder until eventually a room opens up in front of you, and you can see there is probably 200 to 300 people dancing in the center of this room. And just to describe it to you, this is a subway tunnel. Basically, it's an underground tunnel. It's an arched tunnel that is probably about like 80 feet long and probably about 30 feet up from the bottom. You can see that there is like 2 layers of dance floor. There's all the people that are dancing like on the like in the center of the room on like a sunken bit of floor, and then there's a second layer of dance floor where a bunch of people are floating in the air and kind of like 0 G's kind of like dancing and floating above the lower dance floor. You can see at the far end that there is some sort of arcane caster basically like moving his hands and doing like a bunch of this kind of stuff, and that's where the music seems to be like originating from, and he's kind of just like moving bits and, you know, like doing flicks of the wrist and like different sounds are kind of coming out. And you can see as well that over to the right at the back of this tunnel, you can see that there's like a bar set up. You can see that there's a sign hanging over the bar with a list of drinks, and you can see just a bar that is basically like this glass bar lined with like neon lights basically, and it's like kind of flashing and strobing different colors. As this place is just hopping, you come down, there's a gentleman kind of stood there and he's like, all right, you guys here for, you got invitations? Can I see your invitations, please?
I pull out the tickets and I hand them forward, look at everyone, and I say, got an invitation, hand them forward.
Cheers, mate. And you have to. He's like, yeah, it seems alright, yeah, not too bad. Well, you know what, you lot enjoy yourself, be careful, don't cause any ruckus or I'll have to fucking punch you in the dick. But, you know, other than that, you know, just take your time and see you guys later. Have a good evening. And he steps to one side and just presents this room to you guys, basically. You can also see in the sides of the walls, there's like little alcoves where there's like tables set up and people are like in there. And to be as blunt as it is, there's like almost like in a weird way like fetishy kind of stuff going on. There's like, you know, like people are like making out and stuff like that, and it's very, you know, like sex clubby in a weird way as well. Like lots of leather, lots of punks. Like everyone's kind of looking very punky, very leather, you know, that kind of situation. The room is yours, guys.
Wow.
Is there a live band playing too?
There is not. There's just the dude, like the arcane dude, who's like doing a bit of this on like a stage, and like music's kind of emanating from that.
Blasphemous.
Gio's not been in a situation like this, and I'm just feeling the music. Maybe for one of the rare times, it's kind of coursing through my body, and I'm noticing that my foot's tapping and my shell's starting to move a little bit, and my head's bouncing. But I'm trying to keep it in because I'm not sure how much is too much or how much isn't enough. So I'm new to this.
If I see that, I'm gonna bardic inspiration for Gio. If I see him starting to groove a bit, like I'll start playing my harmonica along to the song, just grooving, kind of like I see you, like come on now. So you're inspired. Bardic inspiration.
Amazing. And Ulfa's like, oh, well, this is quite. Wow, this is very hip. I like this. This is okay. Shall we get some drinks? What are you guys saying?
Yeah.
Drinks are good, and then I guess at some point we could have a try at the dance floor.
Dance? Yeah, it sounds good to me. Let's go over to the bar and grab some drinks then. What do you? Unless anyone wishes to dance straight away. I mean, my feet are feeling hot already.
If I'm being real honest, I'm going right for the dance floor. You know me. I gotta hit those bricks.
R&R, are you okay?
It's the mall, please. Call me by my name.
As you say this, a person turns around near you and goes, "Oh, the mall! Awesome! Yeah! Sick!" And he turns back around to his group. It's like, "Yo, that's the mall! Ha! Look at that! That's
Love me
crazy.
and fans. This is wonderful. Oh, perfect. Yes.
Amazing. So, R&R, are you going straight for the dance floor?
Oh yeah, we're grooving.
Beautiful. Are you going? Are you hoping to enter the 0 G's dance floor or the ground floor?
Absolutely not. No.
Amazing. So you go for it.
Yeah, I'd like to do that, and I kind of want to keep an eye out for this elf that everyone keeps talking about.
Amazing.
Because I haven't met her, and I kind of want to vibe check her.
Amazing. Perfect. Okay.
Did they describe her to us, right, or no? Do they?
Yeah, I think they did. Yeah, I believe they did because Ulfer informed you guys that he knew who you guys were talking about.
Oh.
Yeah. So he definitely was described. So as you guys kind of begin making your way through the crowd, you see R&R kind of break off and head towards the dance floor and make his way down into the crowd. The rest of you kind of begin making your way towards the bar unless anyone's going with R&R at this moment.
I'm going to where the guys do the music.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go jam with them because I'm like, you know what? Okay, somebody do a little live music of my own. So that's where Toad's going.
Amazing. You see R&R kind of drift off into the crowd. You see Toad kind of flutter off. And Evis, Blanco, and Gio, you're kind of left with Ulfor, and Ulfor's like, drinks?
I'm going to refrain from alcohol. It's just not something that I'm interested in, but I guess it always helps to have someone with a sharper eye.
That makes perfect sense. No problem at all. Well, come over, I'll grab you a juice of some sort, or something like that if they do it.
That would be wonderful. Or maybe like a seltzer water so that it looks like I'm participating.
Sounds like a great plan. And Ulfor kind of leads his way through. You see him there's a group of people like dancing close to the bar, and he kind of like makes his way through them and like dances kind of through the group and gets to the bar, and you guys kind of join him. Can everyone please make perception checks? And R&R, as you said you were wanting to look for the elf, you can make an investigation check as you use the prerogative of going to the dance floor for that.
Blanco sort of like goes to the bar, but he's sort of a bit wary because he's, been at Forbidden Fruits where this vibe of music was going on, but it was like pretty like hellish in a way, being on, the cluster city. So he's just a bit aware. So he's just like keeping his eye out while he's like, getting along with the group, but just having his senses on heightened, kind of thing just to check out, but still getting into the groove a bit.
Amazing. What did everyone roll on their perceptions?
Not very.
21.
21, 5.
23.
23.
19.
This is my 4th dirty 20 in a row. You can check the log on D&D Beyond if you need proof.
No, I believe you.
I even rolled like an extra just to like be like, am I glitched?
Amazing. So, with Gio, Blanco, Evis, and R&R, you all can spot Uma pretty quickly. Toad, you are focused on letting this DJ wizard know that this is not live music. This is not how it's done.
DJ Wizard, it's the best music. Sorry, that's just where my brain went.
The best.
Go on, Blake. What are you gonna say?
I'm saying I'm gonna jam. I'm gonna keep an open mind. So I'm just gonna go. We'll see what happens. We'll see.
Amazing. So, where you guys notice Uma is you notice that in one of these alcoves, Uma is kind of like laid back on like a velvety kind of sofa area, and is like got 2 like other like humanoids with her that are like kind of they're all kind of like kissing a little bit and like chatting and just kind of having this like flirtatious like kind of banter, and you can see them laughing. And Uma is wearing very similar garb to earlier. She's wearing like a short cropped top with like little like booty shorts basically that have like studs sewn into them. She's got high, big like leather boots that have got like straps that go like all the way freaking down. She's still got like her one knee pad on that's got like the studs on it. And yeah, she's just laughing and giggling over there in this alcove as you guys notice that. And I would love R&R to describe what the mole's dancing looks like for everyone.
Oh, the mall?
Yeah.
The mall's very casual about, a little bit of just, kind of swaying around a bit. Like, he's very confident in himself. He doesn't care what people think about his dances. R&R would be a wallflower. R&R would be not dancing, it would just be picking people out. But he knows that deep down, in order to kind of get a better look at stuff, he's got to be in the thick of it, which he himself is not very comfortable doing. So the mall's just kind of, he's vibing, really. He's not even dancing. He's just kind of vibing.
Amazing. Incredible. You see this like kind of fire genasi gentleman who's like near you is kind of like doing like little pyro like technic like kind of stuff as he's like bopping to the music and like shooting off like flames, and he kind of sees you and is like kind of makes his way over and kind of like starts trying to dance with you and like almost like get up in your space a little bit, and is like as you get close he kind of leans in and is like hey, aren't you the mole?
You're goddamn right I am, baby.
He's like, you see him like, that's hot, awesome. He's like, do you want to dance with me for a little bit?
I'll be real straight with you, friend. I don't bend that way. Really, I don't bend anyway. I only bend for the fight.
I apologize, and he kind of gives you a bit of space. He's like, have a nice evening, mole, and reaches out like a little fist for a fist bump.
Hey, you too, champ. A fist bump.
Amazing. As he walks away, his like fiery hair kind of trails behind him a little bit as he gets back into dancing, and he's like then back to like lighting off pyrotechnics, like fucking as he's going. Cool. Cut over to Toad in the DJ booth. As you kind of approach, the guy's kind of like doing his thing, and he's like, you know, doing all of this, and like, you know, sounds are kind of like flying off like out of his like his arcane abilities. And as you kind of approach, he's like, hey there, have you got a request?
No, can I pull up, grab the harmonica and kind of just give him a look like, you know, can I, you know, maybe join you?
Oh, he's like, damn, I haven't done live mixing for a while. Let's.
You down?
Yeah, let's go. Hit me with a beat, and I'll follow on. Let's go.
So yeah, so Toad kind of just like shakes out his wings a little bit, you know, gets a harmonica up and like just gives him a nod, starts it off.
At this moment, you hear everything kind of quieten down as the music kind of pans out, and you hear this blare of harmonica like across the crowd. Everyone kind of turns and almost like stops for a moment. As then suddenly you continue and you start going into this bit of a harmonica solo. And imagine Toad is doing a little bit of frog box, very similar to like beatbox, but like this frog box. And
definitely keeping the vibe, keeping the vibe of the whole,
and keep it going. And as that kind of happens, the wizard's like, okay, and you see him start throwing it, and it just comes straight back in. The bass comes back in, and we come back in with Toad starts rocking out, and people are like, whoa! You hear like a scream from the crowd as people really start getting into it and having a great time. Cut back over to the people at the bar. To describe the bar to you, I already said it's this glass bar with like neon lights, and it's kind of pulsing different colors along with the music. You can see that there's no bartenders anywhere. There's not a single bartender there whatsoever. And as you all kind of approach the bar, Ulfr's like, ow. He reaches and he's like, my kidney hurts. I'm gonna actually go to the loo quickly. I'll be back. My kidneys. I need to go pee. I'm sorry. Grab me a and he looks up at the bar. And he's like, grab me a dragonfire bourbon, please. And I'll be back in just 1 minute. And you see him kind of just like scoot off and head towards like where you can see a queue of other people like lining up for what he assumes is the bathroom.
I turn to Evis and I say, Evis, I hope you don't mind that I have a bit of a drink, but I want to just, I just want to experience stuff that I don't usually experience.
Oh my goodness, no, I would never judge you for the personal choices you make. I mean, this is, if this is what you, oh my god, have fun, please. Or, please, this is, you're at a party. I just party in different ways.
Great. What can I? Do you want something that's non-alcoholic, like a juice, or do you want something? What would you like?
Oh no, just a water is fine. But I think a great poet once said, "We are here to party, and we're here to party hard. Let's get a party going. Let's get a party."
Jeez.
Blanco goes, you know what? Gio, sir, let's have a drink together.
Let's have a drink together.
Come on.
One water. Come on, let's go see what's on the board.
Yeah.
Amazing. You look up at the board and you can see that there's a list of drinks, and then something at the bottom that is in its own like kind of table section, its own like row basically. But you can see the ones that are like grouped together. You've got a bugbear banger. You've got a banshee's whale. You have you've got Dragonfire bourbon. You also have oh god, what's the other one? It's so you've got Dragonfire bourbon, bugbear banger. You've got Banshee's whale, and you also have the oh god, I can't remember the name of it for the life of me. Never mind. My apologies. My writing isn't even coming to me at the moment. My apologies, guys. But you've got those ones listed on the board, and then finally in its own column, something that just says Flair. And there's no price next to the word Flair, where the rest of them have prices next to them.
Do you know any of these drinks? Because there's no one here to ask. I've not had any of these.
Well, Oliver wants a Dragonfire bourbon. Evis wants some water. Bugbear banger. That sounds.
Oh, I've got it. Sorry, it's Ice Giant Snowball. My apologies. There it is.
Ice Giant Snowball.
and then there's the Banshee's whale. That sounds interesting. And the Ice Giant Snowball. I don't know. I'm thinking.
And why is that? What's the last drink in the box?
Oh, the Flair.
Flair.
I'm not sure if that's a special drink. That might be a special one.
Players drinking flayers.
Okay. Do you want to try some?
Sure. I mean the others. I don't know.
Okay. Let's go for
its own box.
I don't know how to do this because where's the person that we?
Where's?
Hello.
You see a next to you a little halfling down at your like ankles, kind of taps your knee and goes, "Just say what you want and it'll make it for you." And then it's like good evening and kind of taps your knee again and walks away.
Okay. Should I go for it?
Order up.
Okay. Let's have one just glass of water, one Dragonfire bourbon. Actually, make it a double for Oliver. A double Dragonfire bourbon, and can we have 2 flyers?
Amazing. So, what happens is suddenly you see some glasses and things begin to like shake as they begin kind of coming off the shelf and kind of levitating around the bar. You see one glass kind of comes out and goes under a tap, and you can see that like some water is poured into it. It isn't crystal water, which means it's not pure water. It is the standard water they get in the People's Republic, which has been dyed blue by the Imperials, so they know that it's rationed water. So you get just a glass of this like water kind of gets poured as the glass gets placed on the bar and slid towards Evis. Then as you see the like glasses begin to vibrate again, and another smaller one that's like a double shot glass basically comes across. A liquid is poured into it, and as it is, a puff of fire comes up as something like you almost would imagine a hand like taps it on the lid, but you don't see anything. You just see the flames dissipate, rush outwards, and then get trapped inside the glass as the liquid begins to bubble and kind of ripple inside. Finally, that one's kind of still in the bar, and then finally you see 2 almost old school medicine vials are put onto the bar, and you see with them 2 syringes are slid next to them as those are then also slid towards you. And again, no entity, or as far as you can tell, was involved in making this.
Gio, I just had a thought. What about Toad and R&R?
Yeah.
Could be thirsty. Maybe we get them some flayers too.
Special? Okay.
Yeah, let's get them the special.
Okay, if they don't want it, we can. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. Can we get 2 more flyers?
As this happens, you see 2 more small little medical vials get slid onto the bar, and 2 syringes join them as well. So you have 4 syringes and medical things.
Pull it out.
Somebody else tell me. They've got a flare. Look, down there.
This
What are they doing?
seems like a really inconvenient way to consume alcohol.
Well, I think you put it in, you pull it out, and then you put it in a glass probably and drink it. That's probably. Maybe we want some additional.
Maybe let's just take the syringe
And
with us,
shoot
and
it.
we just like shoot it like like you're giving your dogs some medicine.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah. You know,
Should I do yours and you do mine?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay.
And let's go over to Toad and R&R, and we have to give Ellis a drink.
Well, let's wait. I tell you what. Should we wait for Oliver?
Yeah.
And then we'll go over with all of the drinks.
As you say this, you feel Ulfer's hands on your shoulders as he comes back. He's like, I found the old John Jane Doe room and got rid of the old kidney monster. Feeling a lot better now. Did you get me my drink?
And Oliver the drink. I said, I hope you don't mind, but I got it as a double just so that we don't have to keep coming back and we can stay out on the dance floor more.
You see him sip it, and as he does, a burst of like heat comes out, and he's like, "Woo! Almost lost my eyebrows. Doubles will get you like that. Woo!" And just necks it back and goes burps, and just a huge bowl of like flame comes out of his mouth as he does. He's like, "Woo! God damn! I'm feeling loose right now." And you see him kind of start like wiggling a little bit and being like, "Okay, where's the mole at? Where's the mole to? I'm gonna go find the mole in the dance. I'll see you guys in a minute." And you see him kind of just, "Oh yeah.
We've got a slayer for Arla.
Oh, you for Slayer?
Yeah.
For you sure?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's
we
a
all got
special.
them.
It's down on the bottom. So we
Yeah.
thought it's the special night. Let's get the special.
Yeah.
he looks at you for a second, looks at Evis, looks back at you guys and goes, "Damn, you guys are wild. Let's go, okay?" And makes his way into the crowd with this vial and this syringe towards the mole, who at this point is like hands up, just going for it, just absolutely loving it. And I think like you're probably like one of the biggest people in this like lower dance floor as far as like height wise goes. So you can kind of see the mole's head kind of poking above a good few of the people.
And I'm starting to feel Toad's bardic inspiration even more now. I'm just really getting into it and looking at Blanco and really kind of vibing with how Blanco's moving.
Go for it, Sam. What were you gonna say?
I'm trying to find a person on this dance floor who looks like they know shit. Like,
Amazing.
You know. And if I do find said person, I'm gonna say, "Did you hear about what happened to that Barbie kid? It's pretty fucked up, am I right?"
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Did you hear what happened to that Barnaby kid? That's pretty fucked up, isn't it?
So the person that you're talking to, you kind of look, and there's a gentleman kind of just sat on the side of the sunken bit, and he's smoking this gorgeous like again stiletto like cigarette, very similar to the Dons. Yeah, exactly. Very similar to the Dons. And he is, as far as you can tell, elvish of some sort, whether it's half or full, you're not entirely sure. He's got pointy ears, gorgeous like white hair that kind of goes back. But you can see that he's got like streaks of color kind of thrown through it. He's wearing like a leather jacket with a mesh like vest underneath. And he's wearing some like some tight skinny jeans on his lower half, some like that denim kind of material, and he's wearing some like Doc Marten kind of boots basically, and he's like, "Yeah, man, can you imagine if they bring shit, this shit's strong. Do you want some of this?"
You know, I don't like to poison my body with booze nor drugs. I need to be constantly ready for a fight, if you understand what I'm saying.
You see him be like, "Sure, man," and takes another token. It's like, yeah, I mean, like if they put this curfew in, then fuck, man, I don't even know how I'm gonna like my water distribution is in Midtown. If they put a curfew into downtown, I might not even be able to get water some days.
That's fucked up. That's real fucked up. I will say that.
I agree, man. Fuck those fucking Imperial scum, man. Fuck the Imperial scum. You hear like people in the nearby area go, "Yeah, fuck Imperial scum," and then everyone goes back to dancing. He's like, "So what about you, man? What's your deal?"
They know me as the Mall. I fight in the pits over at it's the bathhouse, right?
Yeah.
Fight over at the bathhouse for some cash, and I currently am the owner of It's a belt. I have a belt, right? I'm probably wearing it if that's the case.
You got the chain, the victor. It's the victory
chain.
chain. Yeah.
Okay, I motion that chain. Like, I'm currently the reigning champ.
He looks at you for a second and goes, you know, I'm all for like anarchy and stuff, but violence just isn't my thing, man. Like I like, you know, like anarchy with peace and words, just not with your fists. Like, do you like getting punched in the face?
I will say I'm not all too fond of it, but I do like punching in the face.
That makes sense. I can understand why you would be interested in giving someone the. I mean, I can understand. I wouldn't do it. It's like, you know, I wouldn't eat meat either, but you know, I understand why people do it. I'm not gonna judge you for it. I'm judging you a little bit, but I'm not judging you for it. You know what I mean?
Sure. It's not for everyone, but when peace fails, violence must ensue to maintain that social order. I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess we're just different sides of the same coin, dude. Well, you know what? I hope just like you that the trial goes our way and everything ends up being all right. That poor kid, you know. I heard that he wasn't even there. That's what I heard. That it's complete bullshit. It's complete BS.
Those dirty fucking fascists. Am I right or am I right?
You're not only right, but you're left as well, and I love that. You're right in the center. I love it so much. I love it so much, man. It seems like you're really on the right, you're really on the left side of the spectrum, but the right side of history. Do you know what I mean? Like it seems like you got a good head on your shoulders, Mr. Mole.
Let's just say I'm correct and leave it at that.
Yes, you're correct indeed. Well, you know what, man? I gotta ask. Did those tattoos hurt?
Is that even a question to a man who gets punched in the face for a living?
That's a good point. I didn't even think you know, you probably ate that needle for your fucking for a bit of fun. I imagine you were like, give me some more.
I eat nails for breakfast, my friend. Not really. That is a metaphor, but at the same time, I'm pretty fucking tough. I will say that.
I'm glad that's a metaphor because you were eating nails, and he like gestures to like fingers, and he's like, you're just eating nails?
Oh, no. I meant building nails, but then again, the ferrous content in the nails would not be very good for my digestive system, and it would just hurt, all right? It would hurt.
Dude, that sounds like it would suck. Big time. Big time, dude. At this moment, we're gonna cut back over to Toad, who's in the booth. How's it going for Toad? Is he still vibing out up there?
Still vibing out. So what I would do too is partway through I would reverse it. So I'd just stop to kind of reverse it, see if we can kind of keep up with it. So same melody, just backwards.
Amazing. Yeah, and he's like, you can see that he's like, he thought he was the shit until you kind of started, and then he's like just like kind of getting more blown away by what you're able to do musically. At some point he's moving, he's like, damn, where did you study, man?
I guess you can say at the cluster city. Yeah, that's where I kind of got my first start in music. Where did you study at?
Oh, dude, I'm just a university student. This is just like my weekend job. Like I'm over at the university on the dock. I just come out here to mix for these people. You know, my dad says it's more of a hobby, but you know, I love it. You know, I'm studying politics at the moment though, and the cluster city. That's crazy, man. Like, isn't that where like the outlaws and stuff are? Isn't that where like fucking I don't even know. Like I'm just so far out of that. Like, what type of people you have there?
Yeah, it's a lot of people, a lot of different types. It's not all bad. I mean, there's some. Let's just say there's a reason I'm not there anymore, though. So we'll leave it at that. There's a reason why I play music in other places, no longer the cluster city.
Can I ask her? Are you getting? Excuse me. Are you getting paid for tonight? Is that like, cause I'm getting paid in alcohol tonight, and I didn't know if you were like someone else that they'd hired. Are you getting paid tonight?
No, this is all for the love of music. This is all for the music, so no payment. This is just for this.
And you've made a career out of doing this? Like you do this for money?
Well, sometimes yes. I mean, I do have a band going, but I do have a side hustle going on though, which detective agency. If I have a card, like while I'm still playing, I'll try to like flip out one of our cards. Or our Toad. Like,
he grabs it. He grabs. He's like, damn.
That's detective.
Whoa, dude, you're awesome. Like, dude, I'm gonna write about you in my dissertation, man. That's freaking crazy.
But promise me though. Promise me you're. Oh yeah. What?
That's actually Toad, Grey Wolf, Shelby, and Associates, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Did we add green jalapenos on there too? I think, or we're thinking about it. I think
we need a separate business card. This one's getting
You're right.
crowded.
You did. You're right. I'm like, what's this? I'm gonna ask, what's your name? I think it's your name yet.
My name?
Yes.
Oh, dude. My name is Superborn. My name is Ben. Nice to meet you.
Well, Ben, promise me though that even no matter what you major into, you're still gonna do music some way. I mean, because you have talent. Like, look what you're able to keep up. Like, you have some skill there. Please don't ever lose that. I don't care whatever you do in life, but please keep doing music as well. Find a way to do it.
Can you please make a persuasion check with advantage, please?
That's a 30. That's a net 20. 30, bro. That's a fucking 30.
Let's go!
Fucking 30.
30? Holy
That's a
shit!
fucking 30.
You see him look at you and he kind of stops what he's doing for a second and the music kind of like dies down and it's just like your musical like intervention and he goes, "You're right." And he starts going and he's like, "You're fucking right. I'm gonna fucking drop out tomorrow. You're fucking right, man. I'm gonna do it. You're so right. I'm gonna fucking drop out. I'm gonna show my dad.
Stay in school.
I'm gonna show my dad that mixing is the way. You know what? This isn't just me exploring some phase in my life. It's not a phase, you know? It is me. So you're right. What's your name, by the way?
Toad.
That's easy to remember,
Ben.
like Ben. Nice. I like that,
Ben,
man.
I love that spirit though, Ben. I mean, because you can find a way to make it work. I mean, there's ways to make money. There's plenty of shows. As long as you're happy with it, you're making a living, you know, not hurting anybody. You keep that music fucking going all the time.
Dude, Mr. Toad, I promise that I will be the best goddamn mixer around. Don't you freaking worry. I'm gonna mix till everything's mashed up, you know? Like, I'm just gonna keep mixing until I've mixed all the stuff, you know? Yeah, man, I'm feeling, you got me hyped right now. I'm gonna try something crazy. And you see him just like spin on the spot and stop. And he's like, "What'd you think?"
Okay, that's not bad. Maybe do a double spin or maybe like a slide into it, you know, make it kind of crazy too.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, I'll practice that. I'll practice that. Thank you, Mr. Toad. You're a fucking legend, man. You're, you know what? There's some dudes that are like, you know, in the music industry that are absolute dicks, man. Some of them are even narcs, but you know what you are? You're a fucking mensch, bro. You're a fucking mensch.
I appreciate that. And also, since you do mix and master, I may have an album that may be coming out. So I'd be honored if you would be the one to kind of mix it. So in the future, if you would be.
Are you saying you want me to master your album?
Yes, I am.
Dude, my mind is, you're gonna have to come to my home studio, dude. It is in my bedroom, but don't worry about it. I'll make sure that all my clothes are away and stuff, and we'll mix that shit right up. I hope you've got a small band, because it is a small room, but we can do it, dude. We can do it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Ben. Yes.
You might have to ignore my roommate. She's currently studying cosmology and interplane relationships. She's pretty boring, man. You know, like we'll just do our own thing. We'll put up the sheet, you know. We'll put the sheet up and we'll just be in our own world.
We all have our passions, so if that's her thing, I can't hate it. As long as she's into it, you know.
Dude, she's always predicting stuff with the cosmology shit. She's like, you know, oh, the stars are saying this at the moment, and the planets are saying that. And I'm like, dude, like, I don't have time to work out, you know, prophecies and shit. I'm just here trying to mix and mash good tunes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, sometimes, you know, it's all about the next note. So I get you. As musician to musician, it's all about that next note, the next sound. But sometimes it's kind of cool to kind of see, you know, what the next note the future might bring. So
hell yeah, dude, you're fucking awesome. And he goes in for like a little like high five with you, and as you
Little Toad vibe.
as you high five back, you know, you sticky like Toad, like, and he's like,
Yeah.
you see him like kind of like brush his like thing on his head, like nice, awesome, and just kind of gets back to it. At that moment, we're gonna cut back over to the bar gang.
Listeners, audience, I'm begging you, if you can do art, please draw Ben. Please, I am begging you. Draw Ben.
Do it. Do it.
And you guys cut back over to the bar team, the bar crew. You guys have got your flair, you've got your Evis, you've got your glass of sparkling water, like of seltzer water, and you're stood by the bar.
And I have already sort of pulled the liquid out of the vial into the syringe, and I'm just like, so you mean just shoot it right into your mouth? How do you do it?
We can do this. Shall we?
Do you want to do it at the same time?
Okay, all right. Let's cheers and 1, 2.
No, I'll do yours and you do mine, like that, and then you pour your lemon.
That's a bit much for me.
Okay.
But how about cheers?
This secular consumption of alcohol is fascinating.
Cheers and 1, 2.
You just push it in, I guess.
Oh.
Okay, so
We look at each other.
Do y'all
like,
need like
"Woo!"
water or like? Can I get you like? I guess there's not like a granola bar here at this bar. Right?
there's no granola bar in this underground sewage party. No, that's not.
I like we like
No bar snacks. No bar snacks. God damn it!
Movie snacks. And we sort of like sliding our way over to like Toad because we've got like his like player that we've got at the moment.
Amazing. You make your way over to Toad and Evis. Are you following them?
I am, but I'm also going to keep my head on a swivel. One, to babysit these party animals, literal party animals, and also just to see if there's anyone that's like sus in the crowd that might be like looking at us a little weird, that might recognize us maybe from the wanted poster.
That is a great shout. So you at this point have noticed Uma as well. You also have seen Uma in her like little alcove area as well. So as you're kind of looking around, make a perception check for me, and I'll see if anyone's taken any notice of you guys.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna quickly.
A 14.
14, beautiful.
Seeing Blanco and Gio walking around with needles. I'm just like, oh my god.
No.
Just syringes.
Oh, I thought it was just like a syringe, you know, like a doctor's syringe without the needle.
Like a plastic one. I was thinking like
Yeah,
a plastic
yeah.
one too. Yeah, with the
Yeah,
plunger.
like a
Yeah.
plastic
Is it metal? Oh, I was thinking of a real needle. I was like, oh man.
Oh.
Well, because I've seen Jello shots.
Yeah.
Amber has been a partier in their day. I've seen Jello shots like in like plastic syringes that you can just
Okay, so
I think my flavor is God is great.
amazing.
God is grape.
God is great.
Is that what you said?
God.
This is the exact flavor that Blanco got. Evis, as you kind of were looking around with a 14, everyone seems pretty much in their zone. However, with a 14, you do catch the eye of someone. There's a gentleman's kind of sat off in one of the alcoves, and there's no one in his alcove with him. He's just kind of sat at a table. He is a drow gentleman with a big hat that is pink with a feather coming out the top. He's quite large in terms of he has quite a gut, and he's got this regal kind of like pinkish robe on his shoulders with like this big white, what looks like dead like fox skin kind of like pelt draped over his shoulders as well. And he's got a cane, and you see him just like watching you guys as you cross over the dance floor. And what's weird is like there's no one else moving in the direction that you guys are moving. Everyone's kind of stationary dancing and whatnot. And as you kind of look over, you notice his eyes kind of following you before he kind of looks back down and goes to like staring at his drink basically and swizzling his drink. So, as you guys make your way across to Toad, you guys, you're not feeling anything yet. Like nothing is kind of like kicked in or anything like that in terms of with the flair that you have consumed. And you guys make your way over to Toad. As you get to the booth, you see like the wizard, like young lad, kind of turns like, "Hey, are you here to perform more music as well?"
No. Some amigos, we're friends of Toad. You gotta try this. God is great. It's amazing. Like, and I go, Jill, help me.
Toad, can you please make a history check to see if you know what flair is, as you've lived in this city for long enough?
Please. 13. Will I get an advantage from the city since I've been here?
I would say
13.
Here's what I would say is, with a 13, and you didn't need to roll super high because you have lived here for a long time, and this is you would know it's a problem in the city. You would know that flair is a exceedingly addictive drug that is often moved around the city. The mafia are involved in the flair movement around the city and getting the drug around. However, it's predominantly used by richer, wealthier people, but often leads to a crash of social and economic place in society for a lot of people. And the final thing I'll tell you that you 100% know, being a detective and someone who's lived in the city for long enough and have probably encountered this and seen people on it, you know that it's made from the brain juice of mind flayers.
Huh?
I'm gonna slap the swords out of their hands. Just slap them out of their hands. It's like no. Just slap them out. No. I will explain later. We do not. That's
Ben's like, oh, is that some flair? Yo, send that shit my way. Yo, pass it down.
We're taking it.
Yeah, wait. From one musician to another, that flair. I've seen it ruin so many good musicians. Please don't let it wreck you. Like, you can have some fun, but I've seen that ruin so many promising careers. Don't do that to yourself. You deserve more than that.
We've had just one.
They've already had one, Toad. Should I be concerned? I've never heard of this.
It's fine. They're just we're good.
As Evis says, should I be concerned? Geo, you feel your mind be pulled from your body as you begin kind of like astrally projecting out of your body. You're kind of like, what feels like you're kind of floating above the situation, and it's almost like this underwater kind of like sound that is echoing around you.
No.
As you kind of are in this weird introspective space, as you begin kind of like floating and drifting out of this tunnel, you break through the surface of the ground, out, and drift further and further until suddenly you seem to like land. And like as you move, you can see like your body is kind of made of smoke, and like as you kind of move, like billows of smoke kind of come off you. As you kind of look around, you look from your left to your right, and you can see that you're stood at the starting line of some sort of foot race. And you're not entirely sure what's happening, but as you look over to your right, you see Uncle Ace stood there looking at you. And you see this like look of pride on his face, this look of joy, this look of passion. And as Uncle Ace looks at you, he's like, you got this, Geo. Remember what I taught you. You got this. At that moment, a gun fires, and the other competitors next to you launch off of the starting line and begin running. What do you do?
I see them shoot off, and a million things are going through my head at the same time. I can remember my older brother, Akko, sort of, I guess older brotherly, making fun of me for being the slowest of the torrentials in our family, which is really, really slow. And also, I can see my dad's disappointment in the field day or the sports day that we've had, where I haven't really competed as well as a royal should compete. But I see Uncle Ace And I look down and I see that I have Uncle Ace's gloves on. And I have Uncle Ace's deerstalker hat on. And I look at Uncle Ace and I say, I got this. And I start moving, and I'm slow, but all of a sudden, things start moving in ways that I've never felt before. My legs don't feel like my legs. They feel like they're longer, and they feel like they're lighter, and the knees are moving up, and I'm pumping my arms in ways that I've never pumped before.
And as you start running, your mind flicks through to almost like a dream within a dream. You flick to another moment, and it's you and Uncle Ace. And it's him finishing with a stick, and he's drawing a line in the sand. And he's like, right, that's the track completed. Now, Geo, I'm gonna show you the trick to breaking through that turtle speed barrier. I'm gonna show you how to be a lightning fast turtle right here, right now, just like me. You ready?
I'm ready, Uncle Ace.
Right, this is how you do it. You lift your leg, then you lift your other leg, and then you lift your other leg while pumping your arms opposite to those legs. Then once you do that, you believe. The moment that you believe is the moment that you will run faster than any other being on this planet. The moment that you believe that you're faster is the moment that you will be faster. Right, let's do it. Come on the line. Let's go.
I'm on the line. I realize that I'm small. I'm not me. I'm little me. My shell isn't even fully developed. It's kind of soft as well. But I'm looking over at Uncle Ace and looking up at him, and I'm just completely like mesmerized by him. It's just like this hero.
And he's got the deerstalker on at this point, and he's got his gloves on. And he's like, okay, 3, 2, believe in yourself. 1, go! And at that moment, you snap back into the original race that you're running. And you begin to fucking believe. And these other entities around you that are also these like smoky creatures and kind of humanoids, have smoke trails kind of billowing behind them. You start pumping your knees. You start whipping those arms, and suddenly you're catching up. Not only are you catching up, but you've passed 1. You've passed 2. You've passed 3. You've passed 4, and you are head and neck with the person in front. You look over, and the face that you see is that of your brother, your older brother. And he looks at you and he goes, "Oi, punk! You're not worth the dirt you run on. Just quit now." And he continues to pump. What does Geo do?
Geo hears those words and sees his older brother snarl at him and slows down for a couple paces and is thinking that he's going to slow down to a stop, and then
you hear Tag. You hear Tag shout out from the crowd, "Go, Geo! Go, you crazy turtle son of a bitch!" and she's just shouting at you from the crowd. Go for it.
And I just start saying to myself, I believe. Uncle Ace, I believe. Uncle Ace, I believe. Tag, this is for you. And I start whipping my arms like I've never whipped them before. And my legs start feeling like the height of my knees are incredibly high, and I'm traveling distance that I wasn't even aware you could travel. And all of a sudden I'm catching up to Akko.
As you come level with him, Akko snarls and tries to get his head into the game, but you just begin edging ahead. You begin pulling away. You can see him angry. You see he swings a leg to try and trip you in one of his strides. Can you please make
Oh shit.
a dexterity saving throw with advantage, please?
All right.
Here we go.
Dex is an 18.
An 18. With an 18, you leap over his leg perfectly. And as you do, you tuck down to break that like a ribbon at the end, and you breach through the finish line. And And as you do, your body begins drifting up again. And you just hear the voice in the back of your head suddenly as you kind of fade into darkness. You hear just a voice in the back of your head. It's Uncle Ace. And he's saying, "Why did you stop believing, Geo? I taught you. And yet, you stopped believing. Why?" And at that moment, we're going to cut back to the dance floor where everyone is partying and hanging out and having a good time. You who are stood with Geo notice that his eyes just roll back into his head as he becomes a little bit looser with balance and is kind of like, you know, bobbleheady, kind of like teetering a little bit, and is just kind of off in his own head. And Blanco, you're not feeling anything yet, but Geo is gone. Geo is not home right now.
I will see you. I'll see you later, Ben. Evis, let's
Later, Mr. Toad. You're awesome.
You're awesome too. Keep it up and stay. But like I said, stay away from Flair. Too many musicians gone down that path. You don't need to. Evis, do you want to help me guide Geo to somewhere to sit down? Maybe.
Yeah. He needs.
You need to sit down.
He needs a. Yeah, but hold on. I think we should take Blanco too. Blanco is, I believe the term is straight vibin'.
As Evis says the words straight vibin'. As Evis says the words straight vibin'.
Why?
As Evis says the word straight vibin', Blanco, you feel yourself begin to be pulled out of your mind and astrally project above your body as you begin kind of floating upwards as well. You begin drifting back. What feels like less through space and more through time. As where you kind of stood, you see things kind of, buildings that were built be deconstructed and kind of fall around you until it's very clear and very open. And suddenly you hear a scream. A loud scream, a scream that you remember. It's not actually one that is new to you, but one that actually you remember. And as you turn around, you can see your master's blacksmith building with flames licking out of the windows. As the flames continue to lick out of the windows, you hear the scream of who you would class your young sibling friend. Is it Gorik, I believe? Is that how you pronounce it?
Gorik.
Yeah, Gorik. You hear Gorik shouting, "Help! Help, please, somebody!" What does Blanco do?
Well, on hearing Gorik and seeing the flames, he's just horrified. He can't believe that, he's been, playing with the kids, left Consul, and how can this happen so quickly? Like, Consul was meant to be taking a nap, it was going to be everything fine, he was going to be with the kids, and he starts like just tearing towards the sound, and gets there and gets Gorik and pushes him out the way and goes to go in, and beams are coming down and he is smacked by a beam on his back, like whelps, from pain and just can't get in. The heat is so intense.
At that moment, you look across the room of your master's forge, and you can see your master pinned under one of these beams, struggling to lift the beam as he does. And you hear a laugh. A laugh that you recognize oh too well. It's the laugh of the man with the black hands. As you hear this laugh, you remember that last time this happened, you rushed over to Conthor to help him. But for some reason this time, you're drawn towards the laugh. And as your body feels like it's being pulled towards where the sound is coming from, you step over hot embers and burning wood until you see the shape of a person stood in the doorway, laughing. The gentleman looks one more time and goes, you see him raise a hand into the light. You can see that his hand is blackened from some sort of skin disease or something. And he raises his hand, he goes, you should never have messed with my order. And now you pay. And as he steps back, you see a glint of light hit his face. Let me just describe exactly what you see. As you look, you see pale skin with sunken eyes with black rings around them. You notice black, long hair that sits on the sides. And as this light shimmers off them, you notice a neck scarf that is blue and slowly fades to white, almost like a waterfall. The final thing that you notice is some sort of crown, some sort of headdress that this person is wearing. It seems to be made of barbed wire as it rings around his head, and at the front forms a circle. Inside that circle is a water drop that is floating. This water droplet begins reflecting some of that firelight as he steps out of the doorway and disappears into the shadows. You are left hearing Conthor calling for your help. What do you do?
As much as I want to get the guy, all my concern is for Conthor. And I take a note, and I mental note, and I take a picture of him in my, so it was burned and seared into my mind as much as the wood has burned my back. And I try to get to Conthor, and I'm like yelling, you know, and like trying, but it's burning. My paws, they're literally blistering off. And another wooden like thing comes down, rafters come down and block my way to get to Conthor.
As the beam falls down, you go to reach for it, but a flame licks and burns some of the fur from your arm. It's too painful. It's too dangerous. You hear Conthor shout, "Get out! Save yourself, Blanco! Get out! Go! Protect the family!" As things begin to fade to darkness for you as well, you hear a voice in the back of your head. It is the voice of Conthor himself. A voice that up until a few seconds ago you had not heard for nearly 5 years. And the voice simply says, "I hope that aids you in your search, my bestest friend. I hope you find this man. And I love you. Thank you for being the best son I could have ever had." As the voice begins fading away, we come back to the club, and you have Blanco's eyes rolled back in their head, completely gone, just kind of rocking and kind of floating a little bit in introspective space. And as you guys begin kind of moving them over towards a seating area, you see Uma approaches you guys and is like, "Hey, Hey, guys, you made it.
I don't recognize. This is Evans. This is okay. This is that person. Nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too. Oh God. She looks at Blanco, and Gio's like, oh no. Did they drop?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, okay, shit.
Okay. We need to get them to like a seat or like a booth somewhere quiet and private, maybe.
Not a problem. Come with me. I've got a private booth, and she kind of ushers you.
I'm gonna grab. Can I grab a friend? I'm gonna grab someone else too. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course. Somebody? Yeah, no problem. No problem at all. Toad makes his way back into the crowd as Uma kind of guides you guys over to her private booth. As you get to the private booth, Uma basically stands there and is like, there's a couple of the people that she was menaging with. And she's like, right, get out, you lot, move. And you see like a couple of them be like, why? We're just having a great time. She pulls the whip from her side and cracks it against the floor. They instantly like sharpen up and are like, sorry, Uma. Yeah, we're out of here. And you see they grab their stuff and kind of scuttle past you guys. And she's like, here, help them to sit down over here. Bring them over. And kind of ushers you guys in. At that moment, we're gonna cut back over to the mole in the center of the dance floor as Ulfer arrives over and is like, hey, the mole! This was bought for you by Blanco and Gio. They said take this and have a good time, man. And he kind of gestures it towards you and hands it out. You can also.
Do I know?
You can make a history check for damn sure with advantage as well.
Toad knows
that's a 25.
25? Oh, you know exactly what that is. You know
what that is, Ulfer?
No. What is this?
This shit's a mind flare brain, baby. It's not very good for you. It's gonna make you trip absolute balls.
Oh, shit! Gio and Blanco already took theirs. He throws it on the ground and like stamps on the vial and is like, Jesus, okay, Lord Almighty. At this moment, Toad, you arrive to Ulfer and the mole in the center of the dance floor after splitting up from the others.
We have a situation. I don't know. You know that? The mall. You know that drink, that stupid flare. Yeah.
I just heard. Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. We'll say. Let me. I'm gonna.
Look at Ulfer. Wait, why did you?
Me?
Why did you have to get the drinks? You were there.
You not live here? Yeah.
I was in the bathroom. I didn't know they were gonna do it, and they squirted it in their mouths. Usually you inject it. I've heard it's worse if you put it in your mouth.
Orally?
They took it orally. Exactly.
Oh.
I thought it was a drink.
All right. That's not great.
No, it's bad. It's real bad.
Wait,
Oh my god.
how are they supposed to take it? I don't want. Wait, I'm sorry. What?
Right here. You take the syringe and you inject it into your arm.
Oh no, this is all. Oh.
It's okay. It's an awesome mistake. Ulfer, I don't know why you didn't.
I wasn't there. I saw them and they took the syringe and put it in their mouth. I assumed it was an alcohol. I didn't know that they had got flavor. I didn't think. I didn't think about it.
That's right. You didn't think. Jeez.
Maybe.
This was the entire. It's.
What is the doctor's name? We have that doctor's name, but what is her name?
Yes.
She's going to take over. What was her name again?
It's Amani's mother. It's Amani's mother.
Is she still at the house? Can we?
I don't know. Usually, if we want to do a late night situation, we call to their home and then they take us to the medical center. It's just around the corner from the medical center. If you want to get them over there, that's not a problem. Where are they? Have you lost them?
No, they're over here. They're with Evis right now. At a booth right now. Come on.
Okay, let's go over there and join them. Jesus Christ! As you guys make your way over to the booth.
Yes.
Yes.
Cody, I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, 2 questions. First question: were we supposed to take a long rest?
You guys did take a long rest, yes. You have all
did?
taken a long rest.
Okay, cool.
Thank God. Okay.
100%.
Yeah, I know. Fuck.
Okay.
I'm happy
Because
to
I was
say,
like, hold on, wait.
For me, like,
Yes.
having food and whatnot feels like a long rest. It doesn't feel like a short rest. Okay. Like, I know it's an 8-hour thing, but in my perception of this moment, it feels like you guys took a bit of a rest eating your food and relaxing and getting all dressed up nice and whatnot.
Okay. Cool. So that's 1. 2, I have this ability called Physician's Touch. When you use Hand of Healing on a creature, you can also end 1 disease or one of the following conditions affecting the creature: blinded, deafened, paralyzed, poisoned, or stunned. Can I spend a key point, 2 key points, and like touch the shoulders of our friends here and see if that will reduce any harm to them?
100%. As you kind of turned round to see Arnar, like go them kind of meet Arnar and then them kind of make your way back and you're kind of like over here kind of thing, you turn back around to see Uma sat in between Blanco and Gio. And Blanco and Gio are both just kind of stroking Uma's like fuzzy, like buzzed haircut kind of head, and are both kind of just like stroking Uma's head with their eyes still very much rolled back in their head. And she's like, I didn't know what to do. I just let them do it. Like, what's the plan? As she turns to you.
Well, I mean, I didn't know what this was either. I've never drugs, never. But I think I might be able to help. And Evis. So technically, it's flurry of blows, but I'm just gonna I have to use flurry of blows, and then this ability comes in. But I'm just gonna flavor it as a tight squeeze on the shoulder to be like, hey, are y'all good? Are you fine? And then with that, I'm gonna infuse that Physician's Touch to see if I can heal a little bit. I can also heal HP if they took damage.
They did not take any damage. As you do this, you see Gio's eyes roll back into the correct position, and Gio, you kind of begin blinking as you come back to reality. Gio, I'll say this as above table. You now can run at the speed of normal people. And in at very rare instances, if you truly believe, if you tell me as Gio you are in a moment of true belief, we'll see how fast you truly are now, after your Flare experience.
I want to do drug.
And then,
I want to do drugs.
This is great messages for the kids in this one.
as you touch Blanco, exactly. That's how it goes. You touch Blanco, and Blanco, your eyes kind of roll back into position as well as you kind of begin coming to, and above table, you've got a bit more information about the man with the black hands. You know a little bit more about who this gentleman is and who you're looking for. And you've probably got a good idea of if you see that again, it's probably going to be hard to not know that that's the person when you do eventually meet the person in it with black hands, if you do at any point. But with that little bit of extra information, you know just a little bit more about who you're hunting.
So can I say that there's I wake up with this sort of
jolt?
Yeah, a super jolt. But there's relief because I now have so much more information, but just the vision again has been horrific. It's, and I turn to Gio and I'm like, Gio, ¿está bien? Are you okay? Oh, shit.
Shit.
I think I'm okay. I don't know. I saw Uncle Ace. I saw my uncle.
Oh my, you did. I saw my master. I saw the man with the black hands.
I was running with Uncle Ace.
What?
Yeah, I'm really okay. I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay.
As you guys are saying this, you notice your hands are still very much on Uma's head.
Oh!
Good to hear that you're both all right.
You're. Was it Uma?
Yeah, that's me. Yeah. Can we refrain from the head stroking? Is that all right?
Oh, sorry, we were somewhere else.
Oh, thanks.
It's so prickly though. I like it. Isn't it nice and it's like a brush.
A tennis ball.
It's very interesting. I appreciate the compliments. I think it. Well done. I'd never caught your name before. What is your name? And she points to you, Amber.
Are we all using our real names?
I'm Uma. That's my real name. If you don't want to use a real name, you don't have to.
Okay, fine. I'm Evis. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too. And she looks you up and down, and her gorgeous, pale, elven complexion blushes ever so slightly. You look great tonight. I love your outfit compared to last time we saw each other, and you look great.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. But I'm sorry. I may have accidentally poisoned my friends. I'm very concerned about this.
No, you did good. Look, they're back now, and she like clicks in front of Blanco and Gio, and both of you are like reactive to the sound, like everything's working just fine. At this moment, Arnar.
I love Tracy. I love Tracy so much. So good.
At this moment, Arnar, Ulfer, and Toad all arrive at the booth as well, and they're like, "Is everything okay?"
Yeah, everything's good.
Yeah, go for it.
Thank heavens.
So you didn't overdose?
Okay. Ooh.
I don't know. I definitely did something, and it was
Future advice.
Yeah.
Do not do substances at an underground party. 2, if it's in a syringe, consult a medical professional before putting it in your mouth. What were you thinking? In your mouth? What?
Well,
There's a story behind it, R&R. It was. I know it's not going to make sense, so I won't even start. But I would just tell you we had reasons. We had good reasons.
You know what? Once in a while, you've seen other people. We saw someone down the bar. We copied them.
And
You
we're okay.
copied someone at the bar in the underground party scene.
This is our first one.
But this is our first, time.
It should also be your last one. Yes. This substance is extremely addictive, and you should not be doing it, especially when we are about to do important things. Now, if we are okay...
Well,
Uma leans in. Oh, you guys doing something? Well, you got something going on? And she turns to Toad and Arnar. They're fine now, by the way. They seem to have come out of the trip. They seem fine-ish. Fine
in
enough.
their defense, it seems that they thought that by doing shots, it meant doing shots.
Okay.
yeah, it's a different kind of. It's
Does
for
make
the.
sense, actually. I can see how that would be quite confusing. For reference, he points at a tiny glass on the bar. That is a drinking shot. I'm not even an expert in this. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm sorry. I'm very.
No, you had it.
right
You're
now.
right. That is a shot. That is a syringe. That's
Anyways,
not,
if we're all better and we're not overdosing on mindful or brain juice, then I'm just going to get back into things.
So you know what? Wait. I have something amazing to tell you. It was like... Did you have the same thing? Like that to begin with.
Just looks at Arnar Evis. Just looks.
And then, you know what? I know the person with the black hands. Dios mío, let me tell you. It's amazing. This has been the best night of my life. Jill, What about you?
Yeah, I had something similar that was important to me happen, and I feel fine. I'm a little bit dizzy, but I feel fine. I don't feel. Don't worry, Evis. I'm sorry if I let you down.
No.
But I don't feel bad. I feel
No.
okay, and it looks like Blanco does as well.
See Uma go, man with the black hands? What are you talking about?
Oh, long story, but it's amazing.
Well, she turns and reaches like under like one of the seats and pulls out like a hip flask. But this hip flask is less of a hip flask and more what I'd call like an abdomen flask. It's like two-handed, like about this big, and it's like a pretty chunky like hip flask. And she's like, I need a drink to deal with all of this. Does anyone else want a drink? It's nothing bad, just a bit of just a bit of mead.
No. Our idea of getting high at the monastery is just riding the wind to the very tip of the top that it can take us.
Can I just ask, who has passive perceptions above a 15 in this moment? I know R&R does. No?
Passive perception?
Yeah.
No, it's 11.
Cool. I'll say everyone bar R&R, can you please make a perception check?
Barnar.
Bar R&R.
19.
Barnar.
19?
Barnar, no.
Barnar, that'd be a good name for a bar. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Barnar, have a new business venture.
R&R.
No.
Perception.
Caranar?
Karnar?
That's right now.
Yes.
Staranar, the talent agency.
I was gonna say Travel Faranar. It's a
Oh.
like, travel agency.
If he was the emperor, would he be the Czaranar?
Oh
my God.
In Chicago, your bar-nar can be called Sinar-nar.
Yeah.
Oh.
Guys, I'm taking this way too far now.
Oh.
That's where it ends. That's it.
So, as Evis says, we enjoy getting high by working with the wind. You see Uma and anyone who rolled above a 17 and R&R, you hear this as well. You hear her just go, damn it, just as I was liking them. And begins kind of pouring like alcohol into a glass. And takes a shot and then like gestures the hip flask to someone else. Alfred grabs it and takes a swig out of it, passes it to Sato. Sato, with his little claw hands, picks it up and Alfred's like, stop it, Jesus, and goes to hand it to Toad.
Well, first of all, I don't drink that way, but I'm with Evis tonight. Sometimes you don't need a drink to have a good time. I mean, you can just be straight and still feel things just fine. So, yeah, I'm with Evis. Sometimes you get high, it's off life itself. So, no thank you.
You see Uma just lowers her head and just sighs out loud a little bit. And
No judgment to you whatsoever, Uma. If that's the way, I mean, like, if as long as you're practicing safely, as we learned tonight that we should be doing, then you're good.
I meant no offense, but I just like, I like partying. That's just me. It seems like you two could do with some fresh air, maybe. Do you want to go back up onto the street and we'll just get some fresh air, maybe? If people aren't fancying a drink, should we just go get some fresh?
I just need to lap up some water right now. Like,
yeah,
I
well,
mean, I can go
water?
fetch drinks at the bar.
the agua.
Yeah.
Gracias.
Okay. Not.
Toad,
And then I'm coming with
Yes.
Toad, do you want to come with me and get some water at the bar for our friends?
Yes, I will definitely join you.
Amazing.
Great.
We'll follow Evis and Toad towards the bar as you guys head over to the bar, and you find yourself at that empty bar again.
Toad, before we actually get the drinks, that is my concern. But also, did you notice the man in the big floppy hat on the?
Is he still? Are you saying to where they are? Are they still?
They're still there. They're still there.
Like I'm gesturing.
okay.
I'm gesturing to the man in the big floppy hat.
No. That's the same.
I locked eyes with him. It's weird, right?
I've seen them before. When we played that show, that impromptu show, he was staring above table. He was staring at us intently, right? Because that's the only reason why I noticed.
Yeah.
Because his
Oh
gaze,
yeah.
He was staring. He was actually at that concert. He gave a weird look, but I kind of just brushed it off. Without just a fan or something. And he was looking. He was following you guys again, like he was looking at you guys.
I mean, I don't know if he recognized us. I mean, we do our disguises are very great and not haphazardly put together at all. But I'm just concerned about if he did see through these elegantly assembled disguises, knows who we are, and knows we're in hiding. I don't know. Do you know anything about him?
That's the first time I saw him. I was at the.
Can you, Mr. Toad, please make a history check? And as a musician, you get advantage on this history check.
Oh man, only a 12. But he's a musician, though. Only 12.
Only a 12. So, as a musician, this is what you would know. In the People's Republic, there is many musical acts that are pretty famous. There's some people that are known as famous artists. One of the weirdly consistent things about a lot of these famous artists in the People's Republic is who they're managed by. A gentleman known as amongst the stars as the Jolly Bard. He's known to be a drow gentleman with quite a round stomach who is very extravagant. And you would know his name is Julio, manager to the stars.
In my circles, have I heard anything good or bad about the way he, in my circles I've been, have I heard positive or negative things about?
You have heard that many artists wish to be signed by the Jolly Bard, and that to be under his management is a guarantee of success.
Wow, that's That I think that's actually the Jolly Bard. He's a what you say? I guess you could say not producer, but he has his own music business, and if you get signed under him, you can. It's a lot of musicians dream to get under a contract with him because they'll shows, concerts, fame, he can get to there, but that's. I don't know why he'd be, unless he was at that show. So I mean, maybe that's, if you would join, maybe we can go talk to him. I mean, because like I said, the only I've heard just music, so I don't think it's anything bad per se. And if he had his eye on us back at the concert, that's not a bad thing. So.
Okay. I was just very concerned because the way he looked at me when we locked eyes was... Well, actually, hold on. Bodhi, above table. Would I have felt sketch vibes coming off of him? Or predatory? Or just a guy being a dude locking eyes with a window at a bar? Hey, I liked your vibe. Do you want... No, I'm joking.
We noticed your vibe from across the bar.
You for sure make a retroactive insight check for me.
Okay, great. Yeah, I think I forgot to make an insight check because so much happened immediately after that I was just oh fuck. you fucking kidding me? I got a 9.
With a 9,
My dirty 20s ended.
There was an intention behind his look. What that intention was, you're not sure, but there was intention behind the look, 100%. Like, whether it was good or bad, you're not entirely sure, but there was some sort of, like, motive in this look in a weird way.
Okay. So, yeah, I just...
You definitely should get Arnar, anything contract related. Arnar has a mind for that, so...
Yes.
We definitely need Arnar.
Well, do we send R&R as our representative?
Well,
that was a bad joke. I'm sorry. I'm just really off put by it.
Yeah, this is weird. I don't know. It's weird he would just stare there, not really just say anything though. That is kind of,
Yeah.
But
I just wanted to pick your brain. Thank you, Toad.
No, thank you for letting me know. And back there, you didn't know about those shrinks though, so it wasn't your fault. Like Arnar and I, we didn't warn you guys like we probably should have. So it's not your fault. I mean, and you're able to fix them up. So that's amazing. I've never seen anyone come back that quickly from taking that. So whatever you did, that's phenomenal.
Amazing.
You know, it is the power of Alia herself. She just wants to help, not harm.
God damn it.
Oh,
that was amazing. That was beautiful, Amber. That was fucking incredible. At this moment, we're gonna quickly cut back to as I assume you guys are grabbing drinks and heading back to the private booth. Or are you heading over to the Jolly Bard?
Probably we'll probably get the water and come back because we want to bring R&R. So I assume we're gonna meet up. Yeah, I assume we're coming back then.
Amazing. So you guys grab the drinks, and as you guys kind of return to the alcove,
I think R&R.
You hear, yes, go on.
Can I pull Oliver aside?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. While they're like getting all their drinks, you pull.
While they're getting their drinks and stuff and having their discussion, I want to talk to R&R. I'm R&R. I want to talk to Oliver in a very kind of secluded area.
Yeah, of course. You take him, kind of out and just down a little bit from there where it's a little bit quieter next to some of the alcoves where there's not many people stood.
All
yes.
Right. I'm going to be very blunt. I respect you.
Please. Oh, that's nice.
I find you, I know and understand that you are an incredibly powerful caster.
I really didn't get that vibe. Thank you. I appreciate that. I thought you might even have hated me. Oh, sorry. I spoke too soon.
We cannot be allowed to be this reckless. And as the person who is ostensibly the leader of this group, you need to take that on your shoulders. Because I cannot continue to just hold the burden of informing people that drugs are bad before a mission.
He looks down meekishly at his feet. He looks back up at you and he goes, slap me.
Doesn't even hesitate.
Amazing.
Winds back.
You don't have to roll to hit, just roll damage. There's no way you're missing the slap. He stayed.
It is. I have pugilist now, so it's a d6 plus 4.
Amazing. Go for it. Fucking
6 points of bludgeoning.
6 points of bludgeoning. As you crack Oliver and like his head like snaps, you leave a gorgeous, for R&R, a massive hand mark just that encompasses like at least half of Oliver's face. As he turns around, he's like, oh. You're right. You're entirely right. I needed that. I've been reckless. I've been silly. I apologize, R&R, and I shall do better from here on out. Thank you for that. I needed that. And
apologies are not necessary. Just be better.
I shall be. And at that moment, you see his mind begin drifting as he turns back around and he goes, "This is a nice tune," and begins wiggling a little bit to you. And as he says that, you could smell the alcohol breath kind of emanate a little bit as he's like, "This is a nice tune."
Go back and dance. And Arnar kind of like looks this way. He's like, I think you're a good person and a good leader, and I think it's fine to be silly. I think that's perfectly acceptable. I am not very good at it, but I feel like I am the only one who is afraid right now.
Arnar, I'm just as afraid as you. Like you're saying the things that I believe, and oh, is my shoe stuck to the floor here? This is disgusting. And
Focus.
Sorry. Do you know what? I was thinking that because I'm coming to the end of being the leader of the water runners and Imani's taking over and whatnot, I kind of saw you as like the leader in a sense. I was, like turning to you for things.
No, that's... Oh, I haven't laughed like that in a minute. That was preposterous.
Oh, haha, I got you, yeah.
I am a tactician, I am a detective, I am not a leader. That is...
But
you
seem to have a way with these people that... Did you see that person over there? Do you see him? Do you see the way he's moving? That's crazy. Look at his butt move. That's crazy over
Focus.
there. Sorry. You're...
Oliver.
Yes?
I am not a leader. I am a driver. I am the force behind something, but I am not the face. I am not the one to bring people together. I am simply the bad cop, as it were.
So
when people need to get their asses in gear and move forward, I am the one to do it.
So should we call you Wheels from now on?
What the fuck are you even talking about, Oliver?
You said you're a driver. I'm trying to build bridges here as nicknames. Like, I'm just trying to do good things, man.
If you call me Wheels, Oliver, I will hurt you.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's totally
R&R.
That's totally reasonable.
R&R, if you would like to give me a nickname, I've been called Nar in my past. That is perfectly fine.
Well, you know what, Nar, and I'm gonna put a G at the beginning of that. You know what, Nar?
Yes.
Here's what I would say. I think this is our second drunken conversation. You remember in Lacrima when we were up late and everyone else had gone to bed and
I'm surprised you do, yes.
It came back to me a couple days ago, but it's nice that we have these drunk conversations. I feel like, this is like our sacred little space. Like we get drunk and just kind of talk to each other,
You get drunk and you talk at me. Or apparently I talk at you. Regardless, listen, it's wild to me personally because I know you are an intelligent and driven man, but seeing you like this would be funny if it wasn't alarming. But at some point, I would like to have one of these conversations when you are sober.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna talk to you whenever, Arna. You're a great guy, and here's what I would say. I think, why don't we I'll make a deal with you. When I'm being too loosey-goosey, you be the leader. And then when you're being too stick up the butt, I'll be the leader. Is that a good deal?
Fine. That's
Shake?
Fine.
Oh, look at that. Your hand is ginormous compared to... Wow, you got tiny little hands. Look how small my little hands are.
Arno's just gonna kind of pat him on the shoulder. Just stay out of trouble as he kind of walks back onto the dance floor. It's like, alrighty, let's get back into it, baby.
Amazing. As we cut back over to Toad and Matt arriving back at the table, and Ulfer follows Arnar into this fucking dance center and just starts dancing with the mole. You guys come back to Gio, Blanco, and Uma kind of talking. Uma's like, okay, look, I was being a little bit selfish earlier when I said we should go out for air, right? Like, I'll tell you a secret. I'm meeting a friend. We're getting up to some mischief. Like, we're going to be doing some stuff that's a little bit not legal, as it were. we'll be heading into deep downtown. Would you guys like to join me for some escapades deep downtown? You guys have just arrived back. Toad and Evis have just arrived to hear. You have arrived back to hear that question.
Yeah, I've got like waters in my hands, like.
So later, we're going to be meeting our friend in deep downtown. We're going to be doing this thing we do, where I've got this like special nook where like all like my special stuff is. So like you guys are super cool, and like I appreciate you all, and like you helped me out so much earlier. I'd love for you to come and like hang out. Do you want to come and cause some chaos with me?
No, I appreciate the. At least I don't know if anyone of us do, but we just have some fun tonight. Have something to do of our own coming up soon. So yeah, at least for me, it's going to be a brain check on that.
Hey, I'm just asking. We're just going downtown to shoot some things at some zephyrs. Oh, I mean, now they got out of the bag. We mess with the Imperial fleet. They come in and we shoot things. We shoot like vegetables and like glass jars at them. Got this crossbow that I stole from my dad. And we shoot them at them. It's brilliant.
Can I insight check?
Yeah, go for it, totally.
Oh my god. I believe it. Okay.
With a 6, they're super into this. This is like something that they enjoy doing very much. Yeah, like I mean, if that changes your minds, like we're just messing with my dad's people, the friggin' Imperial douches. If you guys are interested in messing with some Imperial douches.
Gia remembers a conversation we had with Oliver on the front porch, and Oliver mentioning that we had met the right Carlisle, and that Malcolm Carlisle ran the city, and that the wrong Carlisle was the son. But I'm putting on my investigator's hat on now, thinking about R&R, thinking about how R&R might actually be proud of me in this moment. But I'm not sure if I'm still on drugs. So.
Go back to touching their hair.
So I say to Toad, and I'm making eye contact with Toad, and I say, yeah, we could maybe just go and hang out for a little bit and shoot some stuff harmlessly off the island, because what did you say it was? And I'm looking at Toad when I say this. This is something that you want to get back at your dad for?
Yeah, my dad's a dick. He's a big, grumpy bargain. Hey, where's your other friend who knew that he go?
He had to go. He had to take off. Moving. So yeah, he's yeah.
Oh, I was hoping to hear some stories maybe about.
But
Mom
I
or
make an
something.
attack. Oh well, they might be back in the future, so maybe there's time for. So if that is the case, and I'm making an attack with Gio and kind of that nod, because I was out there too, right? Because when they made that conversation about Carlisle, I was out because we were all together, right? At that point.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'd be like, yeah, actually, I think they do need some fresh air because it's going to be outside, right?
Yeah,
it's going to be outside where it's all taking place.
Oh yeah, we'll walk deep downtown. I'll show you. I have this amazing spot. Apparently, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe, and I know you're not going to believe me when I say this, but I believe that City Boy Funk actually lives right round the corner from where I'm taking you guys. How crazy is that? A celebrity next to like my secret like nook area. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, do you mean the one who got destroyed by the mall?
Wait, he lost? Wait,
Yeah.
you mean
There's actually a new.
He
It's a new
lost.
gig in town.
I'll be right back. Evis, you want to go with me to grab somebody? I'm gonna have something that might blow your mind. So
Wait.
Claudia.
Thonk lost? Who did he lose to?
Maybe do you want to meet the person?
Yeah? That would be kick-ass.
Yeah.
I love going to the fight nights at the Torrential, man. Thonk has been my G for ages. I love that guy, though I've never, spoken to him, like that,
Yeah, Thonk got the floor wiped to him. Yeah, the mall took the
The mole?
Yes, the mall. You haven't heard.
Wait,
Wow. Okay, you go to these fights? Okay, well.
You've never heard of the Maw? I mean, oh my god.
No.
A legend
Oh,
in the ring.
damn, look at you guys teaching me shit. Well, this is great. Go get your mole friend, then let's hustle up on out of here. Let's go fuck with some Imperials, this seems like a great idea. Bring that badass motherfucker and let's go fuck some shit up.
Yeah, yep. Give us just 1 second.
No worries. Do you want me to wait here, or do you want me to wait by the entrance?
Just wait here. Do you belong? Do you guys want to wait with her? Do you guys want to just
I think
Do you want to come with
you.
us?
Yeah, I think, yeah. And I'd sort of try to make eyes at Gio, we need to help to get R&R. We back.
Yeah, exactly. It's, the more people, the more eyes we can find, the Maw easier.
Oh.
Because Sons is hard to find because he's so popular. Sons, it's hard to get him out of the crowd, but we should be able to.
No shit. Yeah. No shit. That's amazing. That's fucking sick. Well, you know what? And you see her turn and put her dirty big boots up on one of the seat cushions and grabs her big hip flask and takes a big swig from her. She's like, I'll wait right here for you. Sounds like a great idea. I'm down. Go get your mole friend. Then let's go mole some Imperial fleet,
Yeah.
Get comfortable. I hope you're very comfortable.
Oh, I'm so comfortable. And she kind of just leans up and she's like, I'm selling my whip a little bit. And she kind of moves her whip a little bit. It's that's digging into my ass. And yeah, you guys begin making your way off back into the crowd. You guys
I would tell them that's how bad it was when I was doing stand-up. That was about that. Yeah, that's why I don't do that anymore. So,
amazing.
Okay.
You make your way into the crowd and you find Ulfur and R&R. Ulfur is hitting, those 80s dance moves right in front of R&R and just kind of showing him a bit of this. And he's like, no, you know what I mean? Fucking, do
I like
you
your
know
funky
what I
moves,
mean?
funky man.
As you guys all arrive and Ulfur's like, hey guys, what's up? Me and the Molinar are fucking chilling up in here.
I'm getting so close.
I just look at Arthur and I can just see the vein just
the eye twitch.
Arnar, I think we have some good news for you. We were doing some investigating, and this was after me and Blanco recovered and everything. We think we've gotten Uma to agree to, and I'm looking at Toad and Blanco, maybe to talk about her dad with us and what she might know about him and he might know about other things, and it might be a good way for us to gather some information. And the only thing
Excellent.
we have to do, I thought so too, and I was actually taking
Gio. Good job, Gio. That was all Gio right there. So
Very well
good.
done.
Yeah, and all we have to do though is just follow her to the edge of downtown and shoot off projectiles to Imperial skyscrapers, and the information will flow.
Ulfur's like, that sounds awesome, and punches Gio's shell and is like,
Ulfur,
son of a bitch.
Hey.
Yeah.
Real
Yeah.
quick.
Huh?
Come again.
Gio, are you sure you want to be going and messing with Imperials? That doesn't seem very smart,
Well, no, but what we can do though, maybe we can go there, maybe not, cause more attention to ourselves by shooting at them, but we can still just get them to talk. We'll be on the way there. We don't have to. There's no way that we're gonna shoot at some Zephyrs. That's I'm surprised you'd even be okay, but
Can we convince her to do anything else?
Ooh,
I'd say we just at least walk and just talk. You know, I can
and assess the situation, right, Toad?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can be kind of charming, so maybe I can just like, hey, let's do something else.
Yes. This is excellent work. This is a very good lead. But we cannot have the Imperials on us. We can't do that right now.
I was like, oh yeah, we're already wanted. I guess what's being more wanted.
Oliver, maybe we're in a public place. Maybe not just.
Sorry. My bad. And he looks over at Arnar, who's given him like the eyes, and he's like, yeah, like being more wanted is bad. And don't you forget that I told you that all of you came from me.
Arnar kind of like leans in. I think you might want to just go home for the rest of the night. Sleep it off.
Yeah, I'm tired. Yeah. Okay. Well,
that might be the right move.
Guys,
good and strong for tomorrow.
Oh yeah, he's strong. He grabs your arm, strong like you, indeed. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'll head off now, and he kind of staggers away and begins making his way out. As you guys are left standing in the center of the dance floor, with Uma sat off to the side, and a very strange evening of events happening. So we're gonna end today's session.
Damn. And Julio too. Shit.
Yeah. A lot of dominoes getting set up.
And that is it, everyone. Thank you so much for watching this episode of The Sky Realm. We really appreciate you joining us. We hope you enjoyed seeing our team get into a little bit of a party and enjoy themselves, get a little bit wild, though things went a little bit awry very quickly, and Ulfer's silliness taking over yet again. So guys, thank you so much for joining us for this one. Make sure you check out the Discord server that we have. You can find loads of behind-the-scenes content. You can talk to myself and Tom and interact about the stream as much as you want. Not to mention, you'll be getting live updates on our airship combat system that we are releasing. On that point, we also have a newsletter. If you like free D&D content, if you like being entered in dice giveaways, if you like airships whatsoever, then subscribe to our newsletter. We give you free content. We enter you in all of our amazing family-made dice giveaways. And on top of that as well, you also get asked questions and asked for feedback on the airship combat system that we're working to in there as well. So please check those things out. There will be links in the description. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. What an awesome session. And I really appreciate you guys taking the time. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Later. Bye.